Hi there. So blessed to see all of you here today. My name is Ashley Cochran. Like she said, I am Piper's mama. I very proudly answer to that now, Piper's mom. I was at a nail salon after having Piper, and a woman that I've never seen before in my life was like, "Oh, you're Piper's mom." And I was like, "Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Hi, Ashley," you know? And so that's just who I am now. But Piper's a big sister with a massive personality, like you've mentioned, and we're completely obsessed with her. Piper is like the most magical person I've ever met, and I am humbled and honored to be her mother, just entirely. So she like really gets into all her stuff. I want to start with a little bit of a backstory, a diagnosis backstory, really, because I think that our family offers a unique perspective in that, I was allowed my entire pregnancy to mourn what I thought I was praying for, to research, and to prepare to have like a really special baby girl. And a lot of moms don't get that. A lot of moms find out upon delivery that their child has Down syndrome, so they, will end up going through all of their emotions and all their questions and likely like misguided sadness and things like that with their baby already here. They've got to process all of those things that they didn't know were coming for them. And I got to do that while I was pregnant. So I'll never forget the day I found out. I was standing in my garage about to go pick up my Reese's grocery order, and on my phone, my doctor's office was calling. And so I answered it, and Dr. Sterling's voice is the one that met me on the other line. And I knew that something was off. I'm forever grateful. He did not offer condolences. He did not say that he was sorry. All he said was, "Ashley, your baby has Down syndrome." And I was in shock. He said, "Do you want to know the gender?" And I said, "Sure, yeah. I mean, absolutely." He said, "It's a baby girl." And that was it. He kind of left it at that. And so I was in shock. I had a non-reaction. I walked casually back into the house to my husband, and I said, "Our baby has Down syndrome. It's a girl." And I turned and left the house to go get the groceries. I mean, I was just in full, he didn't even say anything to me. He just stared at me. And it wasn't until I got home, it hit me, and it hit me really hard. I was very scared. I was confused. A lot of emotions came quickly. I'm a little bit embarrassed to admit, before Piper, I had very limited knowledge of disabilities, people with special needs, like as a whole. I was like fish out of water, had no idea. I was way in over my head where I was just like, oh my God, I don't have any idea about any of this. Hindsight, had I known, my notes are giving me a hard time. Hindsight, had I known then what I know now, I would not have shed a single tear, not one. I spent most of my pregnancy living in massive fear that was totally unnecessary. So a few days later, we had a tour scheduled of the Little Lighthouse. And I, again, had no knowledge of the Little Lighthouse. This is a whole new world to me. But I did assume that I was going to find like a very sad place inside. I expected to leave here in tears and just be like, this is so sad. It's not sad. Boy, was I wrong. We walked through the doors and I could feel God's presence. I could feel the love and the support radiating off of the walls. As I peered into the classrooms, I got to see the students enjoying and smiling and learning and interacting. And that was the moment that I was like, my Piper belongs here. This is fabulous. I love it here. And, fast forward to now. As she mentioned, we are a first-year family here at Little Lighthouse, and Piper is in purple class, thriving, loves school. And here at the Little Lighthouse, she's celebrated for exactly who she is. She's well cared for, and she loves coming to school. The teachers and therapists and the entire staff, they show up day in and day out to enrich the lives of our kids. Piper busts through the doors each morning, eager to greet everyone and accept all compliments. She'll wait for them. If they're not flowing freely on her outfit, she'll wait. Give it time, they'll come. So she loves it. But I want to point out that the group of people that stand there in the lobby, like she mentioned, every morning, they're doing more than they realize. I understand that it's fun and the kids say funny things and this and that, but what it does is it starts my daughter's day feeling valued and seen and welcomed and understood for who she is. And I'm grateful that she gets to start her day that way. Piper just turned 3, and she has many years ahead of her here at Little Lighthouse. We're so grateful. These kids usually age out at 6. And so we have a journey ahead of us, and I could not be more grateful. Piper's speech is getting stronger. Her connections with friends are blossoming, and she's become more confident in her abilities. But most importantly to me, even more than therapy milestones and Piper learning her colors and her numbers and, reaching all these little things that we want her to reach, is that I feel like the Little Lighthouse is nurturing and encouraging Piper's relationship with God. And for me, as her mother, that is the most important thing for my child. The colors and the numbers, they'll come. But again, God's presence is what we're most excited about here at the Little Lighthouse. And when you guys think of Little Lighthouse, I hope that you see God. I hope that you see Him working in all of these lives of all these families. And to know that when you volunteer your time, your monetary donations, your prayers, they're moving mountains for these students every single day. I'm very pregnant, so it's already emotional, but I'm very struggling. To conclude, I want to highlight that these students, these are God's children that we've been blessed with taking care of here as a very short time here on earth. And Little Lighthouse understands that assignment. And they are bridging the gap, actively bridging that gap that society has not yet caught up to for our children. And for that, I couldn't be more grateful. So thank you.